Reports are coming through that Prince Harry finally regrets marrying Meghan Markle and wants to return back to the UK. What the deuce is going on? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? Because this headline has been everywhere. This is insane. But I'm not really surprised at the end of the day. Hazard is now bored with difficult Meghan Markle and never sees his friends, claims an expert. Now, we all know and remember, I would hope you guys know and remember before, a couple of years ago, where Megxie was described and had the name of Duchess Difficult. So we know the moniker of difficult has been applied to Megxie before. So this, I can actually believe, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But yes, he is now being labelled the Prince of Regrets. Reportedly misses the UK. He doesn't see his friends anymore because they don't like Megxie. Again, I can totally believe this. So Tom Quinn, who apparently is the new Omid Scobie, take that as you will, told the Mirror, quote, Harry is increasingly bored and looking back across the Atlantic where most of his army and school friends still live and whom he never sees because they won't visit him in the States because they find Meghan difficult. Again, Megxie being described as difficult. Echoes from a few years back where she was described as Duchess Difficult. This I can believe. I can really believe. What about you guys? Now, the last time Hazard was in England was back in May for the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. We know that Megxie didn't attend. At the time, Tom Quinn told the Mirror that Hazard didn't plan to see his friends because they are a part of the old pre-Meghan world that Harry hates to revisit. Well, if he hated to revisit the old pre-Meghan world only a couple of months back, why now is he looking over back to the Atlantic, back on the UK soil and thinking, I miss my friends? It's either one or the other, right? Now, Tom Quinn also claimed that Hazard's pals feel betrayed because he wrote about his military service in his memoir, Spare. Furthermore, he said that his friends do not like Meghan and blame her for transforming Harry into what they called Harry the Hippie. Now, this is the thing, right? A lot of people turn around and say, oh, Megxie's controlling Harry, Megxie's turned Harry, this, that, and the other, right? It's all Megxie's fault as to how Harry is today, right? I do not subscribe to that opinion. I subscribe to the opinion that Harry is his own dude. He is an adult. He can make decisions for himself. He is his own man. He ain't being controlled. He ain't being manipulated. They're co-signing each other as far as I'm concerned, Hazard and Megxie. They bring out the worst in each other as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, I do respectfully disagree with his mates on that particular opinion. But Tom Quinn also says that the truth is that Harry has reinvented himself in a way that just doesn't work for his family or for friends from the past when he was a very different character. Now, this is the thing, right? There have always been reports throughout time, throughout the years, that not all is well at Montecito Royal, that Hazard and Megxie's marriage ain't perfect. As we had this report just over a year ago, that Hazard has a hotel room set aside when he wants to get away from Megxie. I mean, bear in mind, they've got, what, a 13-bedroom massive mansion with 11 bathrooms or something ridiculous like that. He could go to the freaking other side of Montecito Royal and be far away from Megxie, you know what I mean? But yeah, reports were coming through just last year that not all was well with the marriage with Megxie, right? Saying that allegedly a room had been set aside for Hazard at the San Vicente bungalows to get away from Megxie and the kids. Now, a representative for Hazard actually turned around and said this is not true. But the source told The Sun that the room, which is a 2-hour drive from Montecito Royale, was viewed as an escape place by the 38-year-old prince. And so this is a thing, right? If everything is fine between Hazza and Megxi, why would he need an escape place if this is true? Again, his representative has said it's not true. But this is the thing, right? This is why, as far as I'm concerned, you should be a little bit skeptical when his representative says that this is not true. Because San Vicente Bungalows is an exclusive members-only room and hotel with strict privacy rules that state guests are not allowed to take pictures inside the establishment at any time. Phone cameras must be covered at all times. That no one's allowed to discuss anything members or guests witness during their stay at the venue. Guests are also banned from approaching or interrupting other members, according to the hotel. So his representative can deny it all they want, but this is the thing, right? At the hotel, you're not allowed to take pictures. You're not allowed to discuss what goes on in the hotel outside the walls. You're not allowed to approach or interrupt other members, this, that, and the other. Hazard could be there and we wouldn't know. And the representative could easily turn around and say, oh, yeah, there's no room there, when there potentially is, but we would never find out because of the strict privacy rules at San Vicente Bungalows, right? But this is the thing, right? More recently, guess what? Not only is he bored and he's having to deal with a difficult Megxi, right? Reports are coming through that he's now searching for a UK home as his friends are visiting over rifts, over arguments, over breakdowns with Megxi. And so, yeah, apparently he's keen to have a London base instead of returning to check into hotels. They haven't had a permanent place since King Charles kicked him out of Frogmore Cottage. Now, Tom Quinn says as time goes by, Harry misses some aspects of his old life in the UK. Inevitably, the honeymoon period where everything in the States is new and exciting is coming to an end. And Hazard is looking back at the past through rose-tinted spectacles, saying that he misses his schoolmates and army friends, many of whom have not visited as they don't get on with Meghan. And Harry is determined to find his own permanent home in the UK, which is partly why he's continuing his legal action to get us British taxpayers to pay for his security, which, as far as I'm concerned, even if he moves back to UK, he can freaking jog on, right? Pay for his own damn security, just like Prince Andrew, as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, either way, if he does come back to the UK, a royal author has said that his comeback will be without Meghan Markle. Again, this is echoing the recent headlines where he's bored with difficult Megxi and he never sees his friends. Why would he want to return to the UK without Megxi if everything's all right? It makes no sense, right? So does he finally regret marrying Megxi and wants to return back to the UK? And so Hugo Vickers, who's a well-established royal author, has suggested that Harry will make a definite return to the UK one day. Describing Hazard as an angry person who's petrified of losing his life, he's asked for his prediction on where they'll be in the next 20 years. And he tells The Sun, I think he'll come home moving his hands in separate directions, as in, they're going to split. He's going to come home. Tail between his legs kind of situation, right? Further saying, I think he'll come home, and if he comes home, we must be very nice to him because he won't particularly want to. He's quite angry, I think. If he comes home, I don't give a shiz. What? I'm supposed to be nice after everything that he's done to our royal family, to the British public, to our British culture and identity? Nah. I don't think so. As far as I'm concerned, if he comes back to the UK, the royal family can treat him like Prince Andrew, put him in corner, sweep him under the rug. He's there, but he's not really seen or heard. I'm cool with that. Better yet, ship him over to Africa. He loves Africa. Let him go there and work full-time at Africa Parks. Ooh, controversial, right? But all of this, all these headlines, right, all of these receipts that I'm showing you that have been built up over the years, over time, Now that we've got this particular headline coming up, which is he's bored with difficult Megsy because he never sees his friends, the question here is Prince Hazard finally regretting marrying Megsy, and does he want to return back to the UK? Tell you something, it ain't looking good for Megsy and Hazard, is it? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that gold play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions on whether you think Hazard finally regrets marrying Megsy, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.